Hi Gemini, welcome to my channel, Paula's Territory. I hope you're all good. I hope you're glad to have the week over with, your working week. Um, I'm going to do what you need to know, what you need to embrace, what you need to release, and what's next. I normally say I'm using the Rider-Waite Tarot Smith deck, but this is like a variation of. It's the same thing, but it's packaged differently. But yeah, that's the box, guys. So let's get to it, guys. Geminis, I love you. I'm confused by Geminis. I am a Gemini. So when I say I get in my own head, I really get in my own head. But anyway, I understand the energy because from minute to minute, day to day, you can change it. From second to second, you can change your energy like that. So as I'm reading cards, it might just be changing as I'm reading cards, but never mind, we'll get there, guys. Right, okay, let's go. Let's start. Oh, no, I'm not even gonna go there with that because let's start. Let's see how we go, guys. It sounds like I'm being insulting, but I'm not. It's just the Gemini vibe. I'm in Gemini vibe. Reading for my guys. Reading for my guys, the Gemini. Gemini's is mutable, it's fluid. Hey, but even though with Gemini's, I don't know. Depends on your placements and stuff, I guess. But some of us are a bit stuck in our little ways as well. So that's the vibe I'm in. Are we stuck in our ways or are we moving moving about a bit, guys? These cards are jumping all over the place, but I'm not ready yet, so they can wait a little bit. Right, let's read for Gemini, please. Let's read for Gemini. Just remember, if it's not for you, don't try and make it fit. And it might be somebody that you know that's going through this situation that comes out on the table today. But just remember, sometimes it is us. We're not ready to admit that it's us. Just some things are just flying out here. Right, just a moment. Cards, please control yourselves. Geminis, control yourselves. Right, guys. Here we go, Gemini. Let's see what's happening. Even now, you're just flying about. You're flying about. Okay. So, what we need to know is the Three of Wands. The Three of Wands, waiting for your ships to come in, waiting for a situation to evolve, to happen, to move forward. You're making progress, guys. You're making progress. You're going forward. You've made your decisions on what you want to make, and you're just waiting for the opportunity to say, this is how it is for me, and this is what's happening, like it or not, basically. And I believe that that's the mentality and mindset that Geminis are in right now, that they feel like they're ready to just move forward. They're sick of being where they're at and they're just going forward. They're making the plans, they're making the progress, and they're moving forward. What you need to embrace is the Queen of Swords, and she has got the mental clarity, guys. She is so evolved. She's mastered the mind and she knows what she wants out of life. I love seeing that in a Gemini reading because the mental clarity and the progress that it takes to get to the Queen like that. And this one, she cut your head off if you try to get home past her. She smells the bull a mile away, if you get me drift. She won't put up with no rubbish. She knows exactly where she is. She knows what her worth is. And she is quite capable of saying, yeah, let's talk and let's actually make some progress together. But don't come to me with no bull because I'll chop your head off. Now, please, guys, don't go off chopping nobody's head off. It's just, she's got the clarity and she's got the knowing and she is clear headed. The clouds are down here. Her head is well above the clouds and she is well and truly clear mind, clear thinking, clear determination. She knows what she wants, how to get it, and she's going for it. So don't be thinking that woman says, I could cut your head off because I didn't mean it like that quite, if you know what I mean. Okay. What you need to release is your cup of love. Because we've got that queen there and then we've got this cup of love like that, it's allowing yourself to still have that emotion about your situation. You can still say, come to me without the bull. But you can all, and I need to find a different way of saying that when it comes to that Queen of Swords because I'm just quite, I just come out with it as I come out with it. My candle's just gone out here and all. Anyway, Gemini, I ain't gonna let that bother me, are you? Anyway, so the Ace of Cups, it's like you can do things emotionally with your emotional intelligence that you have got. You are allowed to have emotions other than logically thinking and logically speaking. You can do it with emotion as well. Geminis don't really show their emotions that much, and because they do, it sort of comes across as quite harsh and quite. Uh, I know it can come across as quite cold. Now I know this about myself, being a Gemini, that you can come across as quite cut in with words and stuff like that. And sometimes you don't even mean to, but you just say it so logically that people think you're just being harsh, even though you're not. So you are allowed to have emotions. You are allowed to show compassion towards people, and you are allowed to say, you know, um, say things in a loving manner, and to release that. I'd say to release it is literally like to show the compassion because I think everybody needs compassion, especially in this day and age where things is so materialistic and that showing emotion. I mean, me as a Gemini, I find it very hard to show emotion. I show emotion to very, very, very few people. And I think sometimes you need to release that feeling that you've got to be so logical all the time and sometimes show emotion and be quite loving. So I think you need to let that love out, guys. Let it out. What else have we got for Gemini? Ace of Swords. It's a new thought, a new concept, a new idea. Now I've just given myself a new idea there because, like, yeah, I'm thinking, hey, yeah, I do that too. I mean, I relate to readings for Geminis, but I can also relate to readings for all the zodiac signs of different situations that we all find ourselves in. That um, having a new idea and a new concept of how to look at something it's I mean, it's very Gemini, isn't it? Because we're always having thoughts and feelings and stuff like that. We don't show us feelings so much, but we'll show us thoughts because we like to communicate as Gemini. And me personally, I never sort of shut up, really. I like to have time to myself so I don't have to talk all the time because I talk way too much, guys, way too much. But yeah, so what's coming next is you're going to have a new thought, a new idea, a new concept. So it's also can be an idea that you're cutting through any lies or and you're cutting through to get to the truth of your truth. Your truth is just as important as everybody else's, and being able to say, "Well, my this is my truth. I understand your truth, but this is my truth," and being able to say, "I accept your truth, how you see it," because Geminis do see two sides of the coin. Um, but you also know your own truth and you live by your own truth as well, which is a very Gemini thing to do because I know because I am there. Right, we're going to clarify this and see if we can get any more information for you guys because it seemed quite generalized for you to be fair. Um, so I use my trusty deck. Okay, please clarify the Three of Wands for Gemini, please. Please clarify the Three of Wands for Gemini, please. For Gemini, Three of Wands. For Gemini, Three of Wands, please. We've got the Five of Swords, not the Five of Swords. Sorry, we've got the Five of Wands. So you've been arguing with somebody, or you're having internal conflict, which is quite normal for the Gemini to have internal conflict because we are all about the mind, the intellect, and thinking constantly. Um, that this can be internal conflict that you're having with yourself. You don't necessarily have to be arguing with somebody else. Sometimes you just argue and have arguments in your head with other people because I can argue with myself in the mirror in the morning, but that's just me personally. But I am a Gemini, so I understand the Gemini energy that you can have a lot of internal conflict that you find it really, really difficult to deal with. Sometimes you just fight in between um, the angel and the devil on each side of you. I always look at myself as that person in the middle, sort of agreeing with both of them and trying to get my head around where I need to be either side of it, if you know what I mean. I find, yeah, that's how have the logic to deal with being a twin in that respect because I hear both sides of it. And then I'm sort of the middleman in between, and that's so you might as well say there's three of us really because I can see one side, but I can see other side, and then I'm trying to be a little bit in the middle. So having this Five of Wands is a card, when it comes out, I just think, well, it's internal. It's so internal. And I think because it's a Gemini reading as well, I can understand that internal battle that you can sometimes have with yourself. But you can also have lots of this battling competition outside of yourself as well because our energy is quite we are the social butterflies. We do sort of attract a fair bit of conflict because we speak our minds and our opinions, and other people like to do as well. And sometimes we don't always agree, and so we come up with this sort of scenario where we've got this little internal battle going on sometimes. And then we've got the Seven of Cups. So we have as dreams and stuff, and we all have our how can I put it? Sorry, my head's itching today. we all have these ups and inspirations, and we all have these options. Well, people call them options, but it's like all these things going on. But it's a case of picking one of these things and sticking to one thing at a time. And I find that when you stick to one thing at a time and really concentrate on that one thing, even though it's really easy to for your head to go somewhere else and then somewhere else, and you get so distracted that you forget that you were making a cup of tea this morning, and then you ended up putting cold water in your hot drink. And I think sometimes it's just concentrating on one thing that you're doing at a time, and that way, and keeping your mind centered to where you need to be in that one point, and just focusing on that, because it's a little bit easier than being so distracted with all these options and stuff that you may have. But this guy here, he is a little bit of an illusionist. He thinks he's got options that he might not actually have. He may want options, but it doesn't mean to say necessarily that all these options are good for him. But you've got to pick what is good for you and pick one at a time and concentrate on that one thing if you're wanting that one thing to be a reality for you, basically. And then we've got the Page of Swords. This is somebody that's looking back on a situation, evaluating something, and um, it's often called the spy card, but I don't aspire it to be that. Sometimes you get so up in your head that you're waiting for conflict, so you're ready at every single turn that you're turning, that you're waiting for that you're waiting for a battle that isn't even there. Literally, this guy's on his own. Is a young man or a young woman, and he's swiping his sword about. There's nobody there to fight with. Could just literally be fighting with himself or play fighting, if you like. But he is a young energy. So this young energy is looking back, possibly at you, possibly at situations, dreaming about situations or dreaming of options. I'd say this is a young Gemini that I'm talking to, that's maybe looking back at a relationship that they've had in the past, and having conflict within themselves about this relationship. What with this being a bit of a dreamy card, and this being a young energy, and this being a battle, it could be a battle within yourself about a relationship that's basically been there, done that, and moved on. You may be the person that's been there, done that, and moved on as well, guys. So let's clarify the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords, she's already been through her battles. She's established. She's an established queen that's actually been through the relationship, the marriage, the divorce. She's classed as like the single queen. She is a divorced queen. She's very logical, she's very rational, she's very realistic. She doesn't have her head in the clouds. She's with where she's at, and she's happy with where she's at. She'll say, you can come to me and I'll talk to you, and she will say to you, come to me with the truth and I'll listen to the truth, but don't come to me with any rubbish, because I'm not hearing it. I'll I'll use my sword, basically. There, I said it without saying that thing, when I say I'm gonna cut your head off. Oh well, you know what I mean. So yeah, here we go. So Queen of Swords, can you tell me about the Queen of Swords for Gemini, please? I don't even know how long this video is going to be. It's always long. It, I think they just get longer as I'm filming them. They're just getting longer and longer. Six of Cups, nostalgia, thinking about the past of a relationship gone by or things that's happened in your past, and you're very enjoying that that relationship that you used to have and the lovely memories and stuff, which is a lovely energy to be in, guys. Then we've got the Magician. So maybe somebody here is manifesting what they've already had to come back into their lives, or to have that feeling of when you're in that Six of Cups and you feel nostalgic. It's a nice feeling, but you're not to stay in that energy for too long, guys, because you've got to live in the present, because life goes by so quickly. So you're manifesting what we're manifesting. The Ace of Cups, you're manifesting a new start in some kind of emotional relationship with somebody. And when you've got the Magician, you're manifesting love towards you. So make sure when you put your order in for your love that you want, make sure you want somebody loyal, you want somebody good looking, you want somebody that's going to look after you, who's going to be responsible, reliable, da 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 da. I'm saying that you know exactly what you want to manifest. Put your order in. Tell you, oh, I'm sorry, I'm just eating my hair at the minute. Oh, put your order in with your spirit guides and said, this is exactly what I want. This is exactly how I want it to be, because we're only just coming out of Gemini season, and literally Gemini's when it's your season, I'm saying you have got the ability and the power of mind to be able to manifest exactly what you want. Jupiter right now is in our sign, and Jupiter is bringing what you're asking for. So make sure you're asking for the right things, guys, because you need to be on point with exactly what you want to manifest it. Bring it into being, be it a thought in your mind of what you want, and make sure that you're asking for exactly what you want right now, because it will come to you. Look at that. Because it says there, Ace, Ace of Swords, you want what you want. You seem to be manifesting some love towards you, guys. See this here? This is a second confirmation of that love. So you give love, you receive love. You ask for love, you get love. Put out good for people, you'll get good back to yourself. That's how you manifest at a rapid speed, and how you put tenfold out good to you, you get 20-fold back to you. That's how it works, guys. Let's clarify this Ace of Swords, please, for Gemini. You've got plenty of swords in your reading, and that's quite normal for Geminis. If there were no swords here, I'd be thinking, is Gemini feeling okay? Because I do believe that we are our sign. Very intelligent, all about the mind, and the mind is manifesting. Looks like it's manifesting some love coming towards you guys here, definitely. Let's have a look. Oh, no. If you're manifesting in your season when Jupiter is in your sign, guys, you need to be out of this headspace. This is not a, not a, it's not where you want to be in your head. If you're feeling like this and you're feeling trapped and confused about anything, change your viewpoint of your perspective and decide that you don't want to feel like this. You want to feel the freedom to be your Gemini self, your social self, um, your butterfly self. You don't want to be trapped in an energy like this where you're feeling like you're overwhelmed with your thoughts in your mind. You really do need to be clear headed like that Queen of Swords because she's clear headed and she knows exactly what she wants and she knows how to go and get what she wants. This is the energy that I want to see my Geminis in because we need to be in the clear headspace at all times, guys. So maybe you're thinking a little bit about your working situation and working as a team. Maybe you're finding it hard to actually work as a team, but it is Gemini is all about teamwork. It's all about being able to work within a team because we are social. We are meant to be social beings. That is how it's always been for Geminis. We like to communicate. We like teamwork. We like to share the workload. Doesn't mean to say we're not prepared to do work ourselves because we totally are. But if you're in your head about your working situation, then you need to stop feeling like that because you are capable of working within the team of your workspace. See if there's anything else. Oh, this is a nice fiery energy coming towards you, Gemini. This could be a Leo, Sagittarius, um, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy coming towards you with passion. This this night comes in fast. Is a little bit of it's a little bit of passion. It's here for a good time, not a long time. So you need to be careful if you want this to be a permanent thing. That you this is sort of like the player energy of the nights. You know, is a very passionate, very loving type of person coming into your life. And you know, if that's what you're looking for, guys, then yeah, it's coming towards you. If you want something a little bit more long term or a little bit more serious than just your fly by night guy, which is this guy, is a very passionate knight coming towards you. If you want something a little bit more permanent, shall we say, you know, it 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 is a case of, you know, strategizing. And Geminis know how to strategize because this Leo energy is a little bit of a player energy. It's can also be a Sagittarius. It can also be an Aries energy. But yeah, you've got to really strategize with this one. You know, don't be giving away things too easily. This night, this Knight of Wands, he knows how to get what he wants, and he's a very passionate, fiery energy coming towards you guys. So just be remembering that I did tell you about that one, yeah. Okay, guys. Right, I'll just give you a little message from the animal deck, the oracle deck. I like to give these little messages out because I think they're lovely. And yeah, so you may have some fiery passion coming towards you guys, whether you be male, whether you be female. Why not? A bit of romance in your life. That Knight of Wands is charming. Is very charismatic. He's a very fast person. So as you know, guys. So as you know. Okay, let's have a look. For Gemini, please. Cards is flying about today. Where are we? We have the eagle, vision. It is time to look inward with an attentive eye. Allow your heart to guide you and opportunities you never dreamed were possible will present themselves when you least expect it. Get ready for greatness. Woohoo! Gemini, I love that for you guys. Look at that. I'm having to put it at an angle because all I can ever see is the light shining there. So you can read that message there so you know that I've read it correctly to you. And that is the conclusion of your reading, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I think my camera just keeps slipping about today, so it's been at every angle today, I think. But anyway, guys, love and light to you. Hope you enjoyed the reading. Please like, subscribe, share the video, comment. Let me know that you've heard the message loud and clear, guys. And I wish you a fantastic weekend and a week ahead. Take care, guys. Love ya. Bye bye.